Showtime!
Oh Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz? My friends all drive Porsches, I must make amends. Worked hard all my lifetime, no help from my friends. So Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz?
Welcome everyone to the Rosie and Bill Show. One of the things we enjoy most about our show is having the opportunity to welcome artists from across all genres and all phases of their careers, from up-and-coming stars to living legends and everything in between. This week, we are thrilled to welcome a rising star who's well on her way to taking the next big step in her career. Please welcome to the Rosie and Bill Show singer, songwriter, and member of the Academy of Country Music, Jennie Angel. Jennie, welcome to the show.
Hi, guys. Thank you so much.
Hi, Jennie. It's so nice to have you on the show. So I have a couple of quick questions before we jump in to the real meat. First of all, is Angel your real name or a stage name?
That's my stage name.
We had a guest on recently named Sarah Darling. You might have heard of her. And I asked her that. And she's like, nope, it was my real name. And I'm really happy about it. Well, it's a cool name. So I'm sure it will serve you well. I really like that a lot.
Thank you.
So the second thing is you've shared with us that you just came from coaching cheerleading?
Yeah, I did. Bulldogs.
Is that high school?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And you used to be a cheerleader.
I did. Yeah, I cheered in middle school and just like a tad in high school before I chose theater.
Do they do a lot of acrobatics? Like, do you feel comfortable with that?
Well, I primarily don't do that kind of stuff. So we have choreographers that come in and do the dancing and the tumbling, but we do mainly like the cheer and discipline and team building. And then the main coach, she comes in and does that. I do the co-coaching, like the heart stuff, I guess.
Right. Well, good for you. That's really great. I'm sure
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. So let's go to the music, because like Bill said, you're an up and coming star. And I understand that you were introduced to Christian and country music by your parents when you were young. And you started writing music at the age of 13. So my question to you is two-part. One, what does a 13-year-old have to say as a songwriter? And did you know at that time, at that young age, this is what I want to do?
So when I was that young, I didn't know that's what I wanted to do for a living, but I did know that I had rhyme and I had poetry in my mind that I wanted to get out, and I had melodies to go along with those rhymes. And like the first song was it was about living in a castle like very far away, and like a long lost like love that maybe passed away, and like trying to reconnect with them. Like, so I think I just had a very vivid imagination when I was growing up, but I couldn't connect to it emotionally at the time.
It sounds very deep though. For like, first it sounded like kind of Disney-esque, like the inspiration of being a princess in a castle. But then when you said connecting with a long lost love and who maybe passed away, that's pretty deep.
Right.
Where did the country music and the Christian music come into the story?
My mom has always been like the biggest country fan ever. She loves Michael W. Smith. She loved this band called Light. She arranged this concert through like Christian Lighthouse Productions and had Light come to like our church and do this huge concert. It was amazing. And like we would listen to their tapes over and over again. So we thought they were like superstars. They were like local to, I don't even remember where they were local to, but just like to have someone just to hear all that kind of music and that the wonderful melody and the wonderful fun songs. If you ever did listen to Light or Michael W. Smith, they just have like, it's fun music. It's good music that has messages and morals. And, you know, my mom was the one who geared me towards that. And then my father listened to a lot of classic rock and a lot of country, a lot of Hank Williams Sr. and Hank Jr. and Johnny Cash and ZZ Top. Like, so those were my influences. And my brother was listening to a lot of alternative music like Nirvana and 9 Inch Nails, Pearl Jam, all that stuff. So I kind of I took from all those.
Who put a guitar in your hand?
I did. I was 16 years old and my friends knew how much I love music. So my 16th birthday party, my friends all pooled their money together and they gave me money and they said, go get a guitar. And I went to the shop and I picked out an Ibanez electric guitar and I used to play Chili Peppers and I learned how to play all these riffs and stuff. And I never wrote songs though. I joined a band and then wrote songs with them later on in high school. Maybe I was 17 years old when I did that, but it was my friends. They all came together and thank you guys. I'll never forget that. Our Lady of Lights.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. I mean, those are really good friends that, you know, they could see something in you. They all got together and did that. That really is, that's amazing.
I know. I'll never forget it.
Well, Jennie, if we were to look, let's say, at you now as a songwriter, we kind of talked about those early days. Do you have any kind of like particular process or how you go about writing your original songs now?
I do. I usually come up with like, if I'm sitting around thinking of a certain rhyme or a thought of, or a subject that I would like to write about, I will, you know, it's either lyrics or melody first, and then I'll wind up going back to that melody. So I'll voice record a melody that I come up with, and then I'll put in notes of thought, and then in those same notes, I'll write a rhyme later. I'll revisit a couple days later, and then maybe like later on, I'll pick whatever melody I have from like my library, match it up with whatever lyrics I have for whatever thought, and whatever goes with what. Sometimes I'll just like write a song from start to finish in like 3 to 5 minutes. Other times I'll piece it together like that.
Wow, that's impressive too. So you have, did I hear you say you've got a library of melodies? So you've got music that's just kind of waiting for words?
Oh yeah, I have lots and lots.
Wow, that's fantastic. Now, speaking of lots and lots, one thing I've noticed is that on social media, you put out lots and lots of great content. You are always putting out music. Sometimes it's originals, it's covers. Is social media, as an independent artist, how important is social media to you? Because you definitely work hard and put a lot of great stuff out there.
It's so very important. And it especially had a higher level of importance to me after COVID, because a lot of musicians around me were dropping out. They were losing out on contacts. They were depressed. They were drinking a lot. They were doing whatever they had to do to get over the fact that they could not get out and play a show. So I clung to it. I clung to social media like it was the last thread of life left in me. So I just, you know, wrote a lot of songs and made a lot of videos and tried to go live as much as I possibly could. And ever since then, I was like, why would I stop? Because I built such a fan base during that time that it would be silly to not do that. And any artist that does not do social media, I don't understand why you wouldn't want to reach the whole entire world with a point of your finger. Then, you know, do it the long old way and go around 20 years traveling the world to try to get everyone to hear your music once. So it's like, it's necessary if you are independent and you don't have that, you know, ability to travel the world like that.
Do you find that during COVID, you were more inspired to write? And did it change the tone of your songs?
I don't think I was more inspired. I was kind of relieved in the fact where I was like, oh, I don't have any shows. Oh, I don't have to go report to work. I have the time to finish all of these things that I have sitting around that I really want to get out. So I already had inspiration down that I had to finalize. But it's always been the same, the creativity level. And then, just being able to do it online and share it more now. Like, I mean, I like going live on whatever platform, even when I'm out doing a show that people like are out and about. I'm like, well, I can reach more people, even the people in front of me, if I can, throw a video up. So.
Well, it's nice that even now you're still including that online audience so they can still be a part of it. And I'm sure that they appreciate that as well. Now, I understand that you've got a busy fall coming up.
Yes,
you've got things in September and different performance things that are going on, but also you shared with us that in mid-November, you're going to be heading out to Texas. Tell us about that.
Yes. So I'm just recently became a member of the Texas Country Music Association, and there are artist benefits for becoming members. And a couple of them are sharing your art forms. And I saw that they had media passes for credentials for companies to come in and interview the artists. And I emailed and I asked if I could do that. So they're letting me come down and I get to be like a personality, like interviewing these people. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. It's going to be so cool to attend the awards and to attend them as kind of like a little talk show host, Jennie Angel Music. I'm thrilled. It's also my alma mater. I went to University of Dallas for college. So I got some friends that are coming out. I'm so excited.
Well,
That's
there's
awesome.
a lot of great artists in Texas. Jennie, is there anybody in particular that you're looking forward to having the opportunity to interview?
I believe Zach Bryan's going to be down there. I don't have the final list of exactly who I'm going to be interviewing. We're waiting instructions. They'll be to me by the end of the month. So if he's on the list, I'm probably just gonna be like, I won't be able to get my job.
Will you broadcast this on your pages, your social media pages?
Yeah, so I will. I should be able to. I'm waiting for explicit directions, but I did tell them that I wanted to make little episodes of each interview and put them on my music channel on YouTube. So they're all right with that.
That's great. And you're going to also then in September, we heard, be performing with a few artists, one being a former guest on our show. Tell us about that.
I'm so excited. I'm going to be opening for at the Hudson Valley Rodeo. I get to do 2 sets of my own music, and then Jessica Lynn is going to be performing after me. And then after her is Matt Ferranti, who's the guitar player for Brett Young. And I met him at a singer-songwriter round in Key Largo, Florida in 2020, October 2020. And it was so cool to sit next to him and play music. And then he just so happens to drop the fact that he's Brett Young's guitarist. And now I'm on a bill with him. I'm like, this is amazing. I can't wait to see these people and hang with these people and perform for everyone. I'm excited.
With all of these things, Jennie, that are going on, and it sounds like from the way you're describing it, these things are happening because you're going out, you're going for it, you're working hard, you're asking questions, you went out there and put yourself out there for the TCMA. So kudos to you for doing that. That's fantastic. I'm curious, what right now would you say at this point in your career, what are some of your goals? And ultimately, what would success look like for Jennie Angel?
I have a bunch of goals. One of them being finishing my album. I really need to get in the studio and complete the rest of the ideas that I have down. I need to solidify. I want to get out on bigger stages. I want to be able to perform for the masses. I mean, every single show that I've played, I kind of see the steps that I've been going up and along, and seeing that amount of people just grow and grow and grow, and having all those positive experiences from the fans and letters and notes and signing autographs, and just like I need to do this forever. And whether or not I'm in front of the scenes and up on the stage and letting people hear my music that way, or writing for other artists or interviewing other artists, I really know from a behind the scenes kind of like view, like what it's like to be one, and what I need to do to get to where other people are. So I'm super excited to be able to even have this knowledge. So I think I'm already successful. Like I feel like If the world were to end right now, like Miranda says, if the world were to stop singing and all the stars went dark, keep a light on, in my heart, a bluebird in my heart. I just like, I would have met my goal, but to finish my album that's like the short-term goal.
Wow, not that many people can say that. There has to be a certain amount of peace that comes with that, and the rest is gravy. You sound so motivated. And I can't help but think that having that confidence in that, no, I'm doing everything I can do, helps to motivate you, because you kind of take the pressure off yourself.
Right. You're right.
Yeah.
There's no pressure. As long as I'm working in music in some capacity, I'm so happy. And if I'm not doing anything with music, I'm not happy. So whether it's writing emails or writing songs or recording music or performing or getting, to interview artists, like anything along the music spectrum, like what you guys are doing right now, it's so awesome. I love it. I hope to be doing it forever.
We can understand that, because we love what we do, and we love to get to have conversations like the one we're having with you right now. There's nothing better.
Right? So much fun.
And I will say, you're like the embodiment of gratitude and how that flourishes in someone's life when they practice that, so congratulations. It's very inspirational. Keep doing what you're doing. And Jennie, we're so happy that you came on the show, and we've had the opportunity to get to know a little bit more about you, and we're going to keep our eyes on you, because we expect to see big things happening, because you are talented and motivated, and like I said, grateful. There's a lot of appreciation there. So we plan on ending our show with one of your songs.
Thank you.
Yes. So folks, thanks for tuning in, and stay tuned for Jennie Angel. We'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
I wanna believe you, but it's hard. I'd like to stay and see, but I'm already in my car. The road keeps calling me far away from these memories. I wanted a future, but it's not. You showed me you chose her when you stood by her side. I have no more patience. Sit back and